Here's a sobering thought. What would happen to your retirement savings if the market crashed tomorrow? What if prices keep rising but your income doesn't? For millions of retirees, these questions keep them up at night. It's a heavy thought. But here's the good news. You can build a retirement budget that holds steady no matter what's going on in the world. In this video, I'm walking you through a practical step-by-step system for creating a recession-proof retirement budget, one that not only protects your money but also your peace of mind. Because let's be honest, money stress doesn't stop at your wallet. It creeps into your thoughts, affects your sleep, and even leads to feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and depression. That's why this video isn't just about numbers. It's about protecting your emotional health too. We'll break it down into 5 simple steps, each one designed to help you stay financially grounded and emotionally steady no matter what's happening in the economy. Let's dive into the blueprint that could change your retirement security forever. Let's start with the foundation, your non-negotiables, the things you absolutely have to pay for each month, no matter what. Think of these as the financial backbone of your retirement, your mortgage or rent, healthcare costs including medications, utilities, groceries, and insurance premiums. These aren't luxuries, they're the necessities that keep your life running. Take Mary, a 70-year-old retiree from Colorado. Before creating her recession-proof budget, Mary would lie awake worrying about market fluctuations. But once she sat down and mapped out her true non-negotiables, she discovered something surprising. She only needed $350 per month to cover her absolute essentials. It was like this weight lifted off my shoulders, Mary told us. I realized even in the worst-case scenario, I could manage those basics. The process isn't complicated. Start by creating 3 columns in a simple spreadsheet: essential expenses, flexible expenses, and luxuries. Pull up your last 3 months of bank statements. Highlight anything that, if unpaid, would put your health or safety at risk. That's your essentials list. Be brutally honest about what belongs where. That gym membership you haven't used in months. Not essential. Your blood pressure medication? Absolutely essential. For many retirees, this exercise alone reduces anxiety because it separates what you want from what you truly need. And don't forget to look into programs specifically designed to help seniors with essential costs. Many utility companies offer discount programs for people over 65, and Medicare often has assistance options for prescription medications. When you know exactly what your life costs at its most basic level, you gain mental clarity that's priceless during turbulent economic times. Once you've identified your essential expenses, it's time to build what financial advisors call your cash buffer, your safety net against recession storms. This is your backup fund. The goal here is to set aside 6 to 12 months' worth of those non-negotiables in cash or cash equivalents. Not investments, not stocks, but actual cash you can access without penalty or delay. Why? Because if the market crashes or something unexpected happens, you've got breathing room. You're not forced to sell off investments or go into debt. This isn't your emergency fund for unexpected costs. This is specifically your recession shield. Let's put some numbers to this. If your monthly essentials total $2,000, your cash buffer target should be between $12,000 and $24,000. But where do I find that kind of money, you might be asking? Joe and Linda Watson asked the same question. Their solution was starting small. They committed to setting aside just $200 monthly, about the cost of a few restaurant meals. Within a year, they had built a modest but meaningful $2,400 buffer that covered their rent and utilities for 2 months. When the market dropped 15% last year, we didn't panic, Joe explained. We knew we had breathing room. Keep this money in a high-yield savings account, not your checking account where it might get spent. Today's online banks offer rates significantly higher than traditional brick-and-mortar institutions. According to a 2022 Vanguard retirement study, retirees with a dedicated cash buffer reported 24% less stress during economic downturns than those without one. That's not just financial security, that's peace of mind you can take to the bank. And if you're thinking, I can't save that much? Start small. Even $25 a week adds up. Just start. Next, let's tackle an invisible retirement budget killer: lifestyle inflation. This is the subtle creep of expenses that happens so gradually you barely notice until they've eaten away at your financial security. We all fall victim to it. The streaming service you signed up for during a free trial but never canceled. The premium cable package with channels you never watch. The subscription boxes, the upgraded phone plans, the daily coffee shop visits that have somehow become necessities. Harold, a 68-year-old retired teacher, was shocked when he tracked his spending for just 3 months. I discovered I was spending $120 monthly on streaming services, most of which I barely used. It was embarrassing, really. But Harold's story has a happy ending. He canceled 3 subscriptions and redirected that $120 to something that actually improved his life: fitness classes at his local senior center. "I traded mindless TV for better health and new friends," he told us. "My budget is healthier, and so am I." Start by printing out your last 3 months of bank and credit card statements. Highlight every recurring charge and ask yourself, does this add real value to my life? Be especially wary of auto-renewals and subscription services. Remember, this isn't about deprivation, it's about intentional spending. Every dollar you reclaim from lifestyle inflation is a dollar that strengthens your recession resilience while potentially improving your quality of life. Now, let's address something rarely discussed in retirement planning: budgeting for your mental and emotional well-being. Retirement can be surprisingly lonely. You're not seeing coworkers anymore, your routine changes, and some days can feel quiet. That silence can lead to sadness, and that sadness can turn into something deeper. The research is clear. Financial stress is directly linked to depression, anxiety, and even physical health problems in retirees. But here's what many financial advisors miss: social connection is just as important to your retirement health as your investment strategy. Studies from the National Institute on Aging consistently show that socially connected retirees face significantly lower risks of depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease compared to isolated seniors. This means your budget needs a line item specifically for social connection and mental health. And no, this isn't luxury, it's essential preventive healthcare. Ellen, a 73-year-old widow, felt her world shrinking after retirement. "I was saving money by staying home, but I was miserable," she recalls. Her solution came in an unexpected form: a community garden with a modest $10 monthly fee. That garden gave me fresh vegetables, yes, but more importantly, it gave me friends, purpose, and something to look forward to every day, Ellen says. Best $10 I spend each month without question. Your mental health budget doesn't need to be large. Even $25, $50 monthly dedicated to connection activities can make a profound difference. Consider community classes at senior centers, often free or low cost. Faith-based group activities. Volunteer opportunities that connect you with others. Coffee meetups with friends, far cheaper than dinner out. Online communities for hobbies you enjoy. When recession fears hit, many retirees cut social spending first, precisely when they need those connections most. By building this into your budget as a non-negotiable, you protect not just your financial health but your emotional resilience during tough economic times. Now that you've built your recession-proof framework, let's make it sustainable with a system that works even when your motivation wavers. The most effective retirement budgets have 2 key features. They're automated wherever possible, and they're reviewed regularly. Start by setting up automatic payments for all your fixed expenses. This ensures essential bills are paid first, before discretionary spending can interfere. Then, automate transfers to your cash buffer and savings accounts on the same day you receive retirement income. But automation is only half the equation. The other half is regular review, ideally monthly. Charles, a 77-year-old retired accountant, turned this monthly review into a connection opportunity. Every first Saturday, my daughter comes over with coffee and we spend 30 minutes going through my budget, he explains. It keeps me accountable, but it's also become quality time we both look forward to. Your monthly money check-in doesn't need to be complicated. Ask yourself, did any essential expenses change this month? Did I stay within my discretionary spending limits? Do any categories need adjustment for next month? Is my cash buffer still on track? Use whatever tools work for you, whether that's a budgeting app like Mint or YNAB, a spreadsheet, or even a pen and paper system. The format matters less than the consistency. This monthly rhythm does something powerful. It transforms your budget from a static document into a dynamic tool that evolves with your life and market conditions. That adaptability is what makes it truly recession-proof. As we wrap up tonight's retirement report, I want to leave you with this thought. A recession-proof retirement budget isn't just about surviving economic downturns. It's about thriving regardless of what the market does. Let's recap the steps we've covered. 1. Know your non-negotiables. Get crystal clear on your essential expenses. 2. Build your cash buffer. Aim for 6 or 12 months of essentials and accessible savings. 3. Eliminate lifestyle inflation. Cut the creeping expenses that don't add real value. 4. Budget for mental health. Protect your social connections and emotional well-being. 5. Automate and adjust. Set it up, then review monthly. But beyond these practical steps is something even more valuable: peace of mind. When you know exactly what you need, have a buffer against market volatility, and maintain meaningful connections, retirement becomes less about worrying and more about living. Think of your budget not as a restriction but as a roadmap to freedom. In uncertain times, your greatest asset isn't your investment portfolio, it's your preparation, and you've already taken the first step just by watching this report. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this: security in retirement isn't just about how much you saved, it's about how wisely you use it, and you can use it wisely, starting today. If this helped you feel even a little more prepared, hit the like button so more retirees can find this guide. And if you've already built your own recession-proof plan, share your experience in the comments. I promise someone out there will thank you for it. For more videos like this, covering retirement, money, and well-being, don't forget to subscribe to the Retirement Report. Thanks for watching, and remember, you've got more control than you think.